well, kind of wanted to give you a little peek at some of what we've got coming up for future products. We wanted to add a set of dice towers, and here you see kind of a simple, straightforward one. This was a proof of concept print, so bear with me. It could look a little better when we go. I'm also kind of curious. I would be interested if you want to comment about colors you might be interested in. And when I see some of the other ones, it'll be colors and maybe some other things I'll be interested in hearing back on. But this would be a nice, simple, straightforward dice tower. You know, drop your dice in the top. They come out the bottom here. We're looking at maybe putting a leather or leatherette kind of landing pad here, so it isn't quite so clanky and a little bit easier on your dice. I've got some nice stone dice that you get a little more nervous about them hitting harder surfaces, although plastic's not really hard. So nice, simple, straightforward. Playing with, if I can get my logo in here and make it look good. But that's one of the ideas we're working on, and we'll probably have out very soon. This one doesn't look much like a dice tower when you first look at it, does it? But here, let me get the front in the right direction here. Door comes open. There are these drawers that pull out, so you can have your dice or maybe other parts for your game stored in here. Actually, these things are two pieces. There's an inner shell that can pull out, so they're kind of a tight fit, but there we go. You see this pulls out, so you can have some extra things for putting pieces in for your game. Then you just snap these into place, close it back up, and your dice tower's ready for business. You see that just so, and then, you know, when you're done, boom, just snap everything back up flat, put your stuff away, and you're ready to go. This one I also hope to have soon. I need to work out some things on the printing to get this just right. I'm also looking at some possibilities, some other build plates to add some interesting textures to the outside. And again, I'd be interested in, if you'd be interested in colors, I kind of picture the shell being one color, maybe the drawers another color. Just kind of interested if you have any comments about what you think would be work for you. Now there's a whole set of more decorative dice towers I've been looking at. They would probably be sold in kit form, and in fact that last one I may offer in kit form as well as assembled. These will most likely come in kit form at first, at least. There's this one, you see it's two pieces. Kit form, you'd have to glue them together and fill it. If I offer it as a single piece, I'm going to have to do some work to mesh these together so I can print it as a single print. And to give you an example, what I could do if I go to a single print is I could also print them in color. You can see we had a print defect here. And this is my concern with printing this all in one thing. This was an 18-hour print, and to have a flaw happen that late in it means my printer got wasted for a day. So we'll look at that. But it's a nice Phoenix one again. Placed a couple dice in here. Whoa, that one popped out. And but nice decorative. You'd have to take it, get it in kit form, take it, glue it, use whatever, like a wood filler or something in here, and then you can paint it however you like. There is also then this dragon one. It actually comes in 3 parts. So there's that and that and that. Rather cool looking. Again, you have to glue it together, probably just super glue or whatever epoxy you like. A little bit of wood filler to fill in the gaps. And roll your dice. The third one in the decorative form that we're looking at would be this one. Now this one I've already glued together, but I have not done any filling on it. It is 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, if I recall right. No, this was probably a separate part too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. I'll have to double check that, whether it's 4 or 5 parts. Glue it together, fill it, and again. So you've got your decorative dice tower here. There's another one I'm not going to pull out here right now. It's kind of a Kraken design. It gets very tall, and it's got several small parts. If I do offer that, it'll be later. but that I want you to be aware of that. So these ones, if I offer them in kit form, will probably just be printed in the gray so that you can have a nice base to work on however you want to finish it. I would be interested on that first dice tower and the second dice tower. I think I'm going to refer to this one as the convertible dice tower, and this one just as the castle tower dice tower. What you might think about in terms of colors you might like. If there's some things I could do, maybe to do some finishing on the outside of this so it's a little more decorative. Also, like I said, probably do something with some colors just to make this show up a little bit better. Maybe make the ramps a different color and the drawers a different color, something like that. And again, this one I might do in a kit form as well as assembled form. Again, if you have a comment on that, whether you think one would be better than the other, if you'd be willing to pay a bit more for it to be assembled or not. The nice thing in kit form is if you want to tear it down to transport it a little more safely, you can do that. If I offer it in an assembled form, I'm probably going to glue all the joints together to make certain it stays together in transport. So you won't have that option. Thanks for taking a look. Any comments? Be happy to hear them. Have a good day.